All right, guys, we are back. Now, I have been kind of MIA for a while. It's because I think the more I look at it, the harder it gets. So I'm not drinking beer anymore. Well, at least for now, because of Lent, which is almost over. Got a couple more weeks, but I'm still probably going to take it easy and not drink as much. But since my cravings are there, I got a special one today. You guys let me know if I'm cheating or not. But I found this beer. It's called Athletic Brewing Company. They're NA beers, non-alcoholic beers. I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand, Athletic Brewing. I don't know if you guys have seen these or heard of them, but I'm going to be kind of biased on these. This is not my first one, so you're not going to get my first impression on it. It is kind of cool. It's a 12-ounce can, 65 calories, which is pretty low. I think that's less than a Michelob Ultra. But anyway, let's get to the crack. Not too bad, This is the Run Wild IPA. I like IPAs, so anyway, let's get to the pour. Okay, there we go. Now, for starters, IPAs are kind of hazy. You can kind of see the haziness in there. It is has a very strong IPA smell. I mean, it's going to be like your average IPA. It is pretty good. I actually got a 6-pack of these, and I might actually do another one they have a Mexican style lager. It was actually really good. I wouldn't say it's as good as the IPA one. But I got them not too long ago because I went golfing with my buddy, and I didn't want to be left out of the fun, even though you don't need alcohol to have fun. It smells like a standard IPA. It kind of reminds me of Voodoo Ranger. I think it was just their standard IPA. But anyway, let's get into the drink. Now, I will say the only downside to these, in my opinion, is it has a very dry taste to it. I don't know if you guys understand. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I mean by the dry tastiness to it. It is very kind of, scratches the itch whenever you need something, That sounds really bad, but it kind of hits the spot, especially if you're not drinking quite a bit. Or if it's like a weekday, don't want to feel hungover the next day at work, I would say this would be a good go-to. I've only found them in 6-packs. I don't know if they make anything bigger than a 6-pack. But it's not bad. It kind of gets that feeling of actually drinking a beer, through the system. So you guys let me know if I'm cheating on my journey of Lent, of not drinking any beer. But it's a very good, kind of gets you through what you need. I guess I lied. I should say that the can says contains less than 0.5 ABV. So, I mean, it still has, some alcohol content in it, but I think you'd have to drink a massive amount to actually feel something. I obviously I wouldn't know. I haven't drank a massive amount of these in one sitting. I think the most I've had in one sitting is maybe 4 of these. And that's when I went golfing with my buddy. But yeah, that's Athletic Brewing Company. Let's see, will I rate this? I mean, it's kind of hard to rate it because a lot of times when you drink a beer, you're looking for the feeling, not necessarily the taste. But this is kind of just a tasting beer, honestly. I'd give it probably a 6.5. I would give it a little bit higher rating, but it's just not the real deal, you know what I'm saying? So that's 6.5 for Athletic Brewing Company, their Run Wild IPA. Cheers. Stay tuned for more. If you like the content, keep showing me support, and thank you for being there. And also shout out to everyone on Instagram. We're over 600 followers. That's crazy to me. I can't believe the beer community is that big. I knew a lot of people drank beer, just didn't know it was that popular. So Shout out to everyone on Instagram, and we still need to bump up those numbers on YouTube. I think we're at 32 subscribers on YouTube. Probably doesn't help that I'm not consistently posting on YouTube, but that's all right. But we're still here, so shout out to everyone, and keep showing me some support. I'll show some support back. Thanks.